So we were watching Dynamite the other night, and we recorded it for Patreon. If you follow us on Patreon, you can go get the episode. But, oh my God, Mercedes Mone, the less than $5 million a year woman, Tony Khan, right? He's just got to be like, what am I doing with my money? Like, where is the money going? You're paying Mercedes Mone all this money, Sasha Banks, who I always call Botchfest Banks, all this money to be the face of your women's division, and you have somebody like Britt Baker comes back, totally outshines her. So in Calgary on Dynamite, Wednesday night, Sasha Banks, Britt is going to come out and interrupt her. But before they're in Calgary, Mercedes Mone is interrupted by Britt Baker and completely outshined. Like, the promos between these two aren't even close. Like, it's not even close. Mercedes is terrible on the microphone. She's god-awful.
And everybody here knows.
Like, the piped-in CEO chants in the intro aside, she's terrible. The crowd fucking hates her. And it's not heel heat. This is not heel heat. This is fucking go-away heat. So, she is in... Oh, God, they're in Calgary. And she tries to use... In her shit promo for her celebration, she tries to copy Bret Hart. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be line, right? Like, right here.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Here's Mercy.
Because I'm the best there was, the best there is, and the best that there ever will be.
What the fuck? Like, this is great. Like, you can't even... Like, everything in wrestling gets recycled. Like, it does. And that's fine. But this is so on the nose. And to butcher it and fucking mix it up the way she did is so fucking cringe, dude. It is so fucking cringe, bro. Everything.
Don't use bro. Don't. You can use any other word in the English vocabulary. Do not use bro, please.
I will give her one thing. She allowed Stephanie Vancouver to carry her through that fucking match at Forbidden Door. Because that's the only reason that shit got over. And I hear now that Stephanie Vancouver is going to possibly, if she hasn't already, signed with WWE. She had a tryout back in 2018. I'm like finding all this shit out now about her because before Forbidden Door, I don't pay attention to fucking CML and New Japan. I don't. I'm sorry. If you do, that's awesome. You do you. I do. I watch Dynamite and then Raw, and I try to catch SmackDown. We watch the pay-per-views. I'm not like a fan of the international shit. Like, if the guys come over here, that's one thing. But them me going out of my way to fucking... I didn't know who the fuck Okada was before probably 2018, 2019. I fucking know. Like, I'm sorry. I don't. So when you bring... Oh, well, they're huge in Japan. Well, cool. What the fuck have they done over here? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not looking for the fucking shit that nobody else watches. I enjoy what I enjoy. And if you do, that's awesome. Like I said, it's a fringe. AEW's turned into such a niche audience, and that's why the ratings reflected so poorly in that. And if you say ratings don't matter like the AEW fanboys do, I'm sorry, that's just cope, and you're Tony Khan right now. It's just cope and seed game. This being said, if money is an issue at some point, then this shit's got to stop. They need to take all of these high-priced contracts and, play them out. Let them get your money out of them. Get your money out of these contracts. But why are you going to keep banking on people that can't get over with your audience, and you're not drawing a bigger audience? The Mercedes Mone deal speaks to a larger problem, and that's Tony Khan's mismanagement of talent. And you can't, I'm sorry, man, but from somebody who is not only like a fan of the business, but like spent time in it, I am a fan of the storytelling aspect. That's what always drew me in when I was in an angle is like, how good is this angle? What are we doing? What's the payoff? You know, are we going to get the, you know, because we're the heels, it's like we're going to get the faces over, you know. It seems antithetical to, wow, well, hey, here's a fucking great match. Okay, that's not a sustainable business model for professional wrestling in the United States. That shit might work in Japan or Mexico, but it's not going to work here. That ain't going to work for me, brother.
Pack up! Get up! That ain't gonna work for me, brother! Is that good?
We had to get in at least one of those this video. It's a fucking AEW video, and the Dynamite episode had 16 last week compared to last week's 11. So if that tells you anything. No, the AEW fan base is hilarious. Like there's going to be people probably in the comments that'll say I'm just a Fed mark or a Fed fanboy. But no, I watched AEW solid for a couple years. Like every single show, Dynamite, Rampage, the pay-per-views, Ring of Honor. And that's another thing. And I've kind of went off on a side tangent, but this Mercedes Mone thing is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AEW and the issues they have. Ring of Honor is a fucking, like, has a rich history and a lot of great, this is pre, you know, Tony Khan owning it, of course, as most of you know. And I never watched Ring of Honor consistently, but through, you know, the online chatter and being involved in the business, you learn, you know, who's there. Then you go to YouTube and you search things out. And it's like, oh, wow, you know, obviously some great fucking names went through there. Now it's just, well, hey, I'm the Ring of Honor World Champion. I'm Mark Briscoe. And I'm going to be on TV on all the AEW programs, too, with my title. And it's just, why are your Ring of Honor titles consistently on your AEW brand? The crossover of all the shows dilutes the overall brand. You can make these, and Collision was initially supposed to be its own specific brand. That's what I'm saying. You need to just get the fuck rid of Rampage. Get rid of Rampage. It's a waste of time. It's an hour. Turn it into a house show. Do some pre-tape stuff there. Keep Ring of Honor, obviously. But you got Dynamite and Collision. I honestly don't. I mean, you give 2 hours each show right there. That's good. That's all you need. Plus an hour of Ring of Honor. That's 5 hours. You're good. Because the Fed's putting out, what, 6 a week? Or, no, I'm sorry, 7. What, I don't know. NXT's 2 hours. You got 3, 5, 7 hours because SmackDown's 2. And you're putting out just dog shit in mass. You know, like, and I'm not going to completely poo-poo. Like, I love MJF. I absolutely love the dude. He's a fantastic heel. The man is a transcendent talent. Swerve Strickland's another one. His booking just, it breaks my fucking heart because the guy got over, went from being a mega heel to a face. You know, he was breaking into Nick Wayne's house, you know, beating the shit out of him. And now he's over as a baby. But you book Swerve in a way that buries him and just makes his title run shit the same way you did with MJF. And then it leaks out that Will Ospreay was like, yeah, I'll do the job for Swerve because to get over, he needs me to do the job. How does that make your world champion look? It makes him look as pitiful as it did MJF when he was doing D-tier comedy spots with Adam Cole, and that's terrible fucking booking. Guys that can tell stories and are good on the mic, you know, they can work the angles and get to that payoff. Those are your guys that are going to draw you money. Guys that can go out and, yeah, you might have Uncle Dave gives you a 5-star match. But is that drawing in a new audience? Are you drawing in casuals? No.
It's fucking bullshit.
No, good matches will only get you so far. A lack of storytelling is the death knell. And horrible, bad booking and bad storytelling is another one. You know, AEW does some things well. Here I had hope for MJF as a heel. And you put him with Daniel Garcia. Like, nobody cares about fucking Daniel Garcia. Like, come on, man. Like, Daniel Garcia is the backbone of AEW. That's MJF, bro. That is MJF, bro. That's not Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia is barely strong enough to hold his own body weight up. I mean, come on. You got this guy out squashing monsters. this little dance. This dude right here that Will Ospreay gave, you can kick me in the head, and this motherfucker hits him in the ear with his dick. Like, this is the kind of shit that AEW fans are, this is no good. This is no good. And this is why everybody laughs at the AEW fanboys. This is why everybody laughs at you. Because it's fucking sad. Like, just admit the shit has problems. Like, you watch my Raw review, I tear the shit out of that. Right? But there's still more quality there than there is in this. I mean, goddamn, at least they can tell stories. Their top end shit's solid as fuck. And I don't even like Cody Rhodes. But the other shit is good. You got Damian Priest right now, the world champion, involved with, then you got Rollins, and you got McIntyre, and you got Punk. And I'm not even a Punk guy, but the angle is so compelling in the long-term storytelling. And Punk and Drew McIntyre haven't even had a match yet. What the fuck is AEW doing? You fucked up and put Bryan Danielson on the opening to fucking Dynamite in the Owen Hart finals against Brokeback Adam Page, and then you had Mariah May and Willow in the fucking main. Like, you got a match in the main that is not drawing money. I'm not a big Bryan Danielson guy. I've never really cared for him. He does the same fucking match every time. And there's no variations. It's not exciting. And now it's just like, is he going to die? And Adam Page, Jesus God in heaven, there is nothing redeemable about him at all. Serviceable worker in the ring, can be carried to a good match. That's it. Do they have a lot of talent on their roster? Absolutely, they have a lot of talent, but they don't have any storytellers. They don't have anybody backstage being a positive influence on these younger workers, these guys and these girls that don't know shit from Shinola about how to tell a story, but they can go out, and this is basically, this right here is how, like, a Will Ospreay match is basically doing this. This is how Will Ospreay wrestles, like, just doing button combos. That's most of these matches are nothing but just, oh shit, like that's a modern AEW match. And then it gets applauded and rewarded by one of the smallest audiences of a major promotion ever. And then they sit, and then the fan base, the fanboys sit back and, and it's not. It's like, dude, did you run out of fucking crayons to eat today, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, you can't sit back and eat shit with a smile on your face and tell me it's fucking ice cream.
If you have to eat shit, best not to nibble. Bite, chew, swallow, repeat. It goes quicker.
But anyway, this whole Mercedes Mone thing turned into just one big long rant about the problems that shit AEW has. But that's it, guys. That's all I got. If you want to see our review of Dynamite, live streams available here on YouTube and X. You can follow us on both those places, also on Rumble. If you support us on Patreon, $2 a month, you can be a brain buster over there. Access to episodes of the show after the show, movie commentaries, a lot more coming very soon. Channel memberships available also, $2.99 a month to be a Kazooian, $4.99 a month to be a Harvey Wakuian producer tier, which gives you a lot of stroke. A lot of stroke, as Jeff Jarrett would say. But that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed. I'm Etep from Wrestling with Horror. It's been a pleasure and an honor to be here with you. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe. It's free. It always will be. I will catch you guys on the next one. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away or be Mercedes Mone and really fuck up one of the best pure workers in the history of the business's catchphrase.